What's going on, guys? MariK here, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the various vehicles that you can use in Star Wars Battlefront. The game features everything from speeders to tanks to walkers to even starfighters. In this particular video, we're going to be taking a look at the vehicles for the Galactic Republic. When playing as the clones, you have access to the second most powerful vehicle in the game, being the ATTE. Its primary fire doesn't feel like it does as much as the ATST, or as the AT-AT rather, but it does still shred infantry and vehicles alike. We're ripping this Spider Walker to shreds here. And even this Droid Echo with its shields full, it's just immediately ripped apart. The AT-TE is a good vehicle, and it is one of the easiest ways to win on Geonosis when playing as the clones. When you switch to the secondary position, you get control of the big cannon on top, which fires out a very big shot. It is very slow. It does overheat fast, but it has a good blast radius. Oh my god, and it takes forever to charge too. Like, it's bad. You can take over the butt guns with the third position, but I don't know why you would. I mean, they're okay. They can take out enemy infantry, but you don't have a great vantage point, and you're up to the mercy of whoever's driving it. So, would not be my first pick. When playing on most ground maps, you get the, I don't know what they call this. It's a hover tank. Just like the Empires, it is functionally identical. The only difference is the Republic-themed paint job on it. And this guy's going to die if he doesn't get out from in front of the tank. Go! If you didn't know, you can actually crush enemy units and ally units alike just by pushing them with this tank. You can actually run them over. If they're in front of it, they'll take damage, and they can take enough damage to actually die. So you definitely don't want that on your resume. Just like with the Imperial version, it rips enemy infantry to shreds. And you've got both the main cannons and you've got rockets, so you're pretty set with this vehicle. You've also got that laser cannon on the top, which ironically is actually blue for the Republic, where it's green with the Empire. I wonder if, because I'm pretty sure it's blue with the Empire in the second game. It may not be. That may be something that I just thought they changed. But, I mean, this thing, it's just as good. It's probably just as good as the Walker. I may just be a little biased towards the ATST. Not necessarily because I think it's better, even though it feels better. It feels like you can control the movement. But I don't know if it actually is better as far as the damage output it can do. And in that particular case, because the turret on top can spin a complete 360 degrees, and you have the missiles, I feel like it might have a better damage output than the Walker, but I just feel like I much prefer the control that you have with the ATST over the hover tank. When playing on a map with aerial vehicles for the Republic, you don't actually have a clone starfighter. Since the game came out a year before Episode 3 came out, the only thing we had was the gunship. So they actually give you Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter for a vehicle, which is kind of cool. Whoa, that droid's going to crash into us. And we're going to die if we don't fly. We're going to die if we don't fly. The rockets do seem to be pretty good. It does take 2 rockets, or 2 rocket barrages, compared to the only one that the X-Wing needs with its proton torpedo. But you do have more of them, so it kind of makes up for it. Battlefront 1 just was really insistent on everything being unique. So while it has twice as many rockets, it does take twice as many to be able to destroy an enemy ship. So it makes up for it with that little bit of extra rocket ammo. For the Republic's bomber class, you actually get to play as the LAAT in the first game, which is really cool because you can also load up several troopers into it, and they can control the various laser cannons that are on it as well. Now, what I love about this vehicle is you have complete control over it. Since it doesn't actually just go and it hovers, you can sit in place to really control it. You can choose how far down, how far up you want to look. I mean, I'm pretty much pointing straight down at this point. It's so fucking good. The main cannon works amazingly against infantry. You've got the little ball lasers on the sides. You've got the ones on the wings. Like, this thing is absolutely amazing. Now, I chose to play it on this map instead of on Bespin like the others because, well, there's just more room on this map, and this is a vehicle that excels on a bigger map like this. It is only available on this bigger map outside of Bespin. Actually, I think you can also... I think maybe you get it on Kashyyyk Docks. Or not Docks, Islands. I feel like Islands gets the drop ships as well, or the bombers, for whatever reason. But you've got your primary cannon, you've got your missiles, you've got the co-pilot, which fires the lasers from the wings. There's no ammo to these, but it is really hard to use because you're at the mercy of whoever's driving it, whether that be a player or that be an AI. Then you've got the turret on the right. This is the right little bubbly turret. I can't shoot it because we apparently we landed. There we go. The AI loves to just land and drop people off, and it's like, no, I need them to shoot the guns. Then you've also got the turret on the left that does the same thing. And then you've got this one, which is just kind of prone in the middle, and you can stand here and just observe. I don't know why. I feel like you should at least be able to shoot your personal weapon that your class has equipped, but okay. Oh, shit. See? That's what I'm talking about. They don't know how to fly these things. They're definitely fun, and I think they're one of my favorite vehicles for a reason. Not just because of how badass they are in the game. I just love the design. But definitely badass powerhouses in this game, and I'd say they had no right being this powerful, but the clones deserved it. They were so cool. This was such a cool ship that showed up in the end of episode 2, and yeah, it is probably, actually, I'm going to go ahead and say it. It is the most powerful vehicle in the game outside of the AT-AT and the AT-TE. So that's going to be it for our tutorial and explanation on the various vehicles used by the Republic. Now, the AT-TE is a really nice vehicle. I just don't feel like it's as good as the AT-AT, despite the fact that it does have extra guns on it. The Republic's hover tank isn't bad either. Where I think the Republic truly shines is the fact that the Jedi Starfighter is really good. Obviously, it's much better than the Droid Starfighter because it does have missiles. But the LAAT gunship is one of my all-time favorite vehicles, and it's really good to use in this game. Using it on Geonosis is fantastic, and then you also get to use it on maps like Bespin platforms because there wasn't a bomber to use, and just the various different positions that have the laser cannons. And I actually prefer to use the LAAT gunship over even the AT-TE Walker. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection comes out in just 2 weeks, so we hope to see you on the Battlefront.